Every Sunday, we set aside a portion of the service to look at Bible prophecy. We have what we call a Mideast prophecy update, where we set aside a few minutes, sometimes more, and look at what the Bible says about what is happening in the world in which we live. We believe that we are living in the last days. Let me take it a step further. We believe that we're not only living in the last days, what the Bible calls the last days, but we are living in the last moments of world history as we know it. We believe that the Lord's return for His church in what the Bible calls the rapture is very close and could happen at any time. Because really there is not specifically Bible prophecy that has to be fulfilled before the rapture of the church can take place. And that's by God's design. That's the doctrine of imminence. We focus our attention on the nation Israel. We see that as God's prophetic clock. May 14th, 1948, really the clock began ticking. In 1967, during the Six-Day War, June of 67, I believe the clock started ticking a little bit faster. Here we are in the year 2009, and as some have said, especially those who are both students and teachers of Bible prophecy, it seems that everything is now on fast forward. It's hard to keep up with everything that is taking place. Every week prior to and in preparation for the Sunday prophecy update, I always petition the throne and ask the Lord, Lord, what is it that you would like me to talk about this Sunday? There's so much, and there's not enough time to go through everything that's happening and really connect the dots prophetically between what's in the headlines and what's in the scriptures. So, Lord, what is it? And I usually have to wait till towards the end of the week, because if I do it on Monday or Tuesday, something will happen on Wednesday or Thursday, and I have to, throw away my... They don't, prophecy updates don't have much of a shelf life, actually, because things are moving so fast. Well, this last week was such a week, and I think I would be grossly remiss to not visit something that we've looked at previously. Actually, we, in our prophecy update back in March of this year, looked at something that I believe has found its fulfillment and is beginning to come to pass just as the scriptures said it would. This last week, actually on Sunday, I had viewed a video and started receiving emails about Monday, then Tuesday, and then Wednesday. It was one of those interesting weeks, especially as it relates to Islam. And specifically, the prominence that Islam has now in the world. Now, Christians don't know this, and I pray that you would not be ignorant about this. And this is one of the many reasons why we do this on Sunday mornings and have these prophecy updates. Islam's goal is to control the world by force. That the world would submit to Islam. How many of you know, and it wasn't widely reported for what would be deemed obvious reasons, but after the attack of 9/11, President George W. Bush received a phone call from the Arabs telling him that he needs to convert to Islam. See, the goal of Islam is to fly the Muslim flag in the White House. That has been the goal of Islam. The goal of Islam is world dominance under Sharia law. And they will stop at nothing and do anything to achieve that. So you need to know that, and you need to understand that, because that will help explain much of what we see taking place in the world today, in the state of Hawaii today, as we saw again this last week. First, I want to draw your attention to a YouTube video that was posted by a fellow Lebanese countryman of mine from Lebanon. I think he's about 31 years old. He put this up on YouTube about a month ago, and I was struck by how many views it's had. 4,805,581 as of, I think I did this graphic last week. Now, it is titled Muslim Demographics, and it's a very interesting video, and I would really encourage you. It's about 7 minutes in length, 7 minutes and 31 seconds to be exact in length, and I would really encourage you to watch this video. It's actually rather astonishing. The emails started pouring in. You know what I love about you guys? You all email me and say, "Hey, did you see this?" I'm getting these emails from everybody all over the world saying, "You gotta see this." And so I do. And I do see this, and it is really interesting, and I want to sort of talk about it today because I think it really speaks to what we see taking place as it relates to Islam. This video, Muslim Demographics, I want to quote for you from it. And before I do, preface it this way. Catholicism heretofore has been the dominant religion in the world. No surprise, Catholicism, Catholic by its very definition, means universal or universalism. It's the mother church, it's the all-encompassing, all-enveloping, ecumenical church. Pope John Paul II, when he was alive, met with all the world's religions. I think this was back in 1995. Well documented. He had witch doctors, Buddhism, Hinduism, all the isms were there. And Catholicism, representative of Christianity. Now, the reason I'm prefacing it this way is because when we speak of the Christianity that will be present during the tribulation, it will not be true Christianity. It will be a form of Christianity under the umbrella of Catholicism. It is a Catholic brand of Christianity, if you will. Now, this quote from the Muslim Demographics video is as follows. The Catholic Church recently reported that Islam has just surpassed their membership numbers. You know how many people that is? That's a lot. Some studies, the video goes on to say, show that at Islam's current rate of growth in, listen to this, 5 to 7 years, it will be the dominant religion of the world. And it will dominate the world. Now, I had first got the email about this video last week. Not last week, 2 weeks ago, the end of the week before last week. And I'm thinking, okay, well, not surprising. This does make sense to me. One email requested that I comment on how does it relate to what the Bible says. I mean, how does this, Muslim domination of the world tie into Bible prophecy? And just as I was about to, really kind of form a response, I learned that on Wednesday, the 6th, like that graphic, May 6th, Wednesday, last week, the Hawaii State Senate approved a bill to proclaim and celebrate September 24th as Islam Day here in Hawaii. It made national news. One News Now asked the question, did you say aloha or Allah? Associated Press, despite the objections of a few lawmakers who said they didn't think the state should honor a religion connected to September 11th, 2001, the resolution to proclaim September 24th as Islam Day passed the Senate on a 22-3 vote. This bill was previously passed by Hawaii's House of Representatives. The bill recognizes what it calls the rich religious, scientific, cultural, and artistic contributions that Islam and the Islamic world have made. But the Senate's 2 Republicans argued that radical Islamists cheered the 2001 attacks. They also noted that other religions didn't have a special day honored